Being the Brave here, coming to you live once again from the Watercraft server. And today is gonna be a little bit of a special stream because this probably won't be the last, but it'll probably be one of the last streams that I do here in this room, in this apartment, in this state. And it is, as you can see behind me, I've been, you can't see most of the room, but everything that you can't see is slowly being packed up into boxes. Everything that used to be here is empty. The bed, I'm literally like keeping this up specifically because this is my backdrop, and I don't want you to have to look at the ugly yellow wall behind it. And damn it, you can see my open peanut butter jar that I was eating out of this morning, like a freaking goblin. It's just sitting there in the background. But yeah, in the next few days, that thing's gonna get down. This desk isn't attached to the one the computer's sitting on, so this will probably be dismantled and set outside. We've been very busy these past few days. We've been very, very busy. And I am tired. So I'm happy to have just a little bit of normalcy, streaming, hopping into the Minecraft world, and just goofing around and playing for a bit. But I did have a cool moment. Kind of cool, kind of sad. But more cool. So today, I went for a bike ride around town, and that's my escape, you know? It's one of the few physical activities that doesn't hurt me. I did a lap around town. And I got the chilly evening wind in my face. As much as I don't like being chilly, it feels good when you're on a bike. Hey, so I did a lap, got to see the flocks of geese hanging out around the lakes. I got to see the sunset, and I got to see the moon rise. And I guess there's gotta be like a music festival or something happening somewhere, or maybe someone is just playing really loud music in their backyard. I didn't see where it was happening from, but I definitely heard it. There's just country music blasting and echoing throughout the town. And I know I won't complain. It's in good taste. It's good music. So it's like, alright, fine, we get a soundtrack tonight. Cool. As I pulled my bike into the driveway, the song that started playing, echoing over the forests and over the hills that have been my home for so long, was just a very sad woman's voice singing, "I'm leaving on a jet plane, don't know when I'll be back again. You know I hate to say it so, but you know I've got to go." And then the river crane that appears every spring flew overhead with a fish in its mouth, and I'm just like, oh man! I'm gonna miss these forests. But I am not gonna miss being buried in 6 feet of snow for 9 months out of the year. I will not let this fool me. I will not let the pretty sunset entice me back. I am going to the desert, and I'm gonna be happy about it. I'm sure the sunsets out there will be even more dazzling. So, without further ado, let's cut our yapping and hop into the game. Doo-doo-doo. Here we go. Here we go. Let me get my chat box up and running. There you are. No, there, where'd it go? Come back. There it is. It's Vicky in the chat. Bees. Bees. Oh, there's a bee. And Chev, hello. Chev says you get mountains in Colorado. Yeah, I guess out here we've got the I live underneath. I always get them mixed up. Out here we've got the Appalachian Mountains, but I'm looking forward to the Rockies. Apparently, the Rocky Mountains are so old that if you dig deep enough in them, you reach a point where there are no fossils. Because the Rocky Mountains above ground, they're full of fossils. Eventually, you get to a point where there are no fossils, because the mountains existed before living creatures. So there were no creatures to make fossils. Which I think is really cool. I've also been kind of reigniting my love of paleontology and dinosaurs. Because, when I was younger, I was a dinosaur kid. I had a bin full of toy dinosaurs. I loved them. I knew their names. This was a brontosaur. This was an ichthyosaur. This was tyrannosaur. And I adored each and every one of them. I'm gonna flip my phone over. And when I was in like kindergarten and they asked, what do you want to be when you grow up? I said, paleontologist. I was the only kid in the grade who could say that word and knew what it meant. I was very proud of that. And I would bring my toy dinosaurs to school. I loved them. I loved each and every one of them. And, and then I discovered art and I was like, this requires a lot less science. In order to be a paleontologist, you have to know things. To be an artist, you gotta know things, but there are things that are easier to know, and it requires far less schooling, and far less time sitting outside getting sunburned. But that love of dinosaurs has always been there, and when I was in my sci-fi alien phase, I incorporated a lot of dinosaur features into the alien creatures I would draw. So they've always been here in the back of my mind. Anytime I go to a museum, I see a dinosaur, I'm just like, oh my god, it's it! I've never watched Jurassic Park because I don't like watching people get ripped apart and eaten, but, I'll still buy the toys because I love the dinosaurs themselves. But since we'll be going to Colorado, which is in pretty much like the fossil belt, I'm gonna call it, of the US, where it's like Colorado, Utah, Wyoming, that whole stretch of desert mountain up there where all the fossils are just deposited. I'm thinking this is a good time to like reignite that passion, so I've been just watching a lot of dinosaur documentaries, a lot of paleontology documentaries, and it's like, I know that physically it would be very difficult for me to even consider going out somewhere and digging in the sand or even using the tools to like dig the stuff out. I know it would probably hurt me very badly to do the things they do. But God, just watching it is so cool. It's like watching space documentaries. It's like, you're never gonna go, but so what? Take joy in learning it. These people are out there being experts to find this knowledge. And what's the point of them finding the knowledge if you, just an average person, aren't going to partake in it? So I'm looking forward to being around paleontologists and dinosaur skeletons and everything. But meanwhile, I have been a busy little critter getting my house actually set up. So last we left off, we were in the woods looking for pale oak, specifically because I wanted stripped pale oak to be the outside of my house, because I thought it would look a lot better than birch. And I was right! This is gorgeous! This is gorgeous! I love it! And we got I almost said cherry oak. Not cherry oak, but we got cherry wood. And I threw the cherry wood on top and I made this cool little pattern here, which I'm absolutely in love with. And this was hell on my dyslexia to put together. I flip-flopped these patterns around so much. But in the end, I think all of these colors put together work very well. Because when you look at the pale oak, we were talking last time about how white isn't just white, black isn't just black. When you look at different colors, they have different colors inside them. These two go together very well because the stripped pale oak is a warm, almost pinkish white. It has, let's get up close to the pixels, that is a pink. Look at the color of that, and look at the color that's on my sleeve there in the corner. That's almost the same color. So then that blends into the pink up there very well, and that pink, can't see from down here, the pink isn't a white pink, it's a dark pink. Look at the spots. It doesn't have white hues, it has dark hues. So that dark hue and that dark hue blend together very well. And then that dark hue blends in with this dark hue down here of just the regular pale oak log. And then that darkness ties in with that little pop right there of that almost purplish black. And because that's right in the middle, it doesn't like take up too much space. But because it's just a very tiny amount of a really dark saturated color, it pops out so much and it makes the colors around it stand out as well. Because if you have too much of a really dark, heavy color, well then that just kind of acts like a black hole and it sucks everything in. That's why when you shade a drawing, you don't want to use black, because it's just going to create these like saturated, muddy pockets that are going to draw your eye to them. But if you use a color, like how that is purple, it will blend into the overall picture much easier and be a lot easier on the eye. And then that dark, and that dark, and that dark make a nice sandwich to capture the big swaths of white in the middle so that the white isn't overwhelming. And then you've got the little dark tinted glass as well to even it out. And because even though these are dark colors, because they're so there's like a medium amount of it, the white is a large amount, the dark is a medium amount, the pink is a small amount. So if you go by the rule of thirds, this is the perfect color combination, and I was correct to try and get these colors to make my house. The snails were here. The snails were here. We gotta clean up. We gotta clean up. So out here, this wall isn't finished. I realized I do need just like a little bit more pale oak to finish that, so we'll probably do that today. But also, I think, yeah, we'll finish that wall because we do just need to cover up the birch, complete that. And then perhaps we can... Heyo, I am streaming. My roommate just came home. Let me shut my door. There we go. Chef says it's a Napoleon ice cream sandwich. Yes, it is. Oh man, that would be perfect if I could make like a little custom item and just make little Neapolitan sandwiches. That'd be cute. But yeah, I want to, we can grow some more oak. I think just a few more trees ought to cover this up. Do something about that gap down there. And then maybe today, because I wanted to continue up and start working on the second floor. But I think we should focus our attention to the pool that I want to be right here. Because I want this to be a swimming pool, dang it. And it's been sitting here, blank and ugly, for the longest time, and the house just doesn't look right without it. And I think that our little... Ouch! This sucks! I think that our little bean statue out there is gonna have to get taken down because, as you can see, she doesn't fare too well at night. Yeah, I lost an eye. I'm like, eh. I'm squinting. I got an eyelash stuck in there. Oh no, Felix is in there. Maybe during the day I'll make a little house. I'll make a little hut for Felix the cat. And hello, Cinnamon. Or maybe at some point... Do I have a door? No. At some point have Gigi pick up Felix and take him away and maybe give me a kitten that then I can tame so I can have Felix follow me around. And gosh darn it, we had Enderman shut this down. Get out of here. Or maybe I set that down and I forgot. I definitely set that one down because there's a piece of obsidian underneath it. Well, let's eat some food. And You can barely hear the lo-fi, so I'm gonna turn that up while we sleep. Whoop. There we go. So we're gonna pass the night. Vicky says, how is your Void doing? He is doing wonderful. He's, I've been car training him a lot, you know, putting him in the carrier and just going for car rides. Yesterday, we actually went to PetSmart together, and he was in the carrier, and I put him in the shopping cart, walked around with him, because I wanted to pick out a bigger carrier for him. Let's see. And he was very well behaved. He didn't cry. He wasn't fussy. A lot of the ladies at the pet store were like, they saw the cart and they saw the crate and they were like, is there a baby in there? And I was like, yes, there is. Look at him. And I hold him up. Chev says, you're reminding me that I need to finish my build time lapse. Yes, do it whenever you have time. The cool thing about a time lapse, you don't have to do it all in one go. You can just do a little bit at a time. Just one block at a time. And through the power of editing, it'll all be done in 1 minute. Let's see. What did I want to do? I want to use some of this calcite that Shiv so gracefully gifted us. And this is just kind of going to be my junk box out here. Just going to throw some of these in there. I actually think the planks will look good. You know, take some of the original piece of the house, what it was originally made of, and throw it out there. We're going to need glass. I have plenty of sand. But do I have glass? Glass. There we go. Right in front of me. I have black glass. I'm saving that for my upstairs windows. So let's take our sand and... Ooh, we had some copper left in here. Ooh, we had more. Ooh, we had more! Aw. Do I have anything down here? Oh, it's just a middle. So let's take some sand, throw it in there. Let's grab some more sand, because I think we're gonna need a bit more than that. Let's just take all the sand. We can get more sand whenever we want. We live in the middle of the ocean. Vicky says, LOL, glad he's doing well with car training. Yeah! The car itself, he still cries when he's in the carrier in the car, but as soon as the carrier is out of the car, he'll still cry, but not as much. I found that blasting the air conditioning on him definitely helps. And like I said, at PetSmart, the main goal there was to get him a bigger carrier so that he could, like, wiggle around a bit more and have more freedom, you know, while we're on the long trip. I came over here to get more coal. Take some of that, I guess. And we'll fill these up. Boop, boop. Boop, boop. Boop, boop. And decide I'll throw the wool next to it. Oh, I've got more coal in here too. Let's take care of that. Let's put that in there. Boop. Boop. And while that's smelting, we can come up with a plan for what to do out here. So I know that I want this to be glass. Chev joined the game. Hello. So I know I want this to be glass. And basically like one of those pools where it's filled like all the way up to the brim and it kind of makes a waterfall over the edge that leads outside, out into the open ocean. We do know where a mesa is to get terracotta to make a bottom, but that might be something that we upgrade to later. But once again, I'm getting ahead of myself. I need pale oak to complete the wall, and then we will attach the pool to it. Chevalier 2. Ah, you're time-lapsing right now. Very good, very good. I need saplings. But also, I think I threw a sapling into the box. There we go. We'll put that there, we'll put that there, put that there, that there, that there, that there. And I can throw this copper in here, because we don't need copper yet. Not yet. I do have quite a lot of it. I could do something with this. I will. A block of iron. I could use that. Oh, my neck. My neck. Alright, we'll search through there to see what we could use as a base for the pool later. Right now we need bone meal. This is literally me every time I try to leave the house. I am just doing laps, trying to remember everything. I'll be out the door and it's like, oh wait, I need my keys. I'll be out the door, it's like, oh wait, I need this. I'll leave and then it's like, oh wait, I need something else. Well, let's take that. Other sticks. Let's take a stick and grab some stone and just make a bunch of stone axes. Unless I threw some in here. That's my roofing material in case I look for it later. Doo-doo-doo. We'll make as many as we can. And we'll take these. Throw these back in here because I don't think we'll need all of them. But just a few. And we'll leave that in there. Put you away too. Boop. I don't need that. And now we can go make some pale oak trees. Also, by the way, do you like that I finally have a ceiling? That's nearly all the prismarine I have, so we can't exactly rely on it to make the rest of the pool. I mean, we do have this, but I'm not sure how far that'll get us. Maybe we could make the bottom out of that. We might, that might be enough to make the bottom. Maybe. Let's make the tree. We're gonna go all the way over here. I forgot, you gotta put 4. And now we do that. Oh. There we go. And now we mine. There's still some in the old farm. Still some what? Prismarine. Gotcha. Although I might have been the one to clear that out unless I missed stuff. I may have taken it all. Yeah, the farms made by the brothers using cheat codes. So if anybody's wondering why they're not here anymore, they were a little too trigger happy with the cheats, and we're like, we're not about that. Oop, there we go. Put that away. Vicky says, I'm so nervous about my test stream tomorrow. It'll be fine. Well, actually, no. The first stream is never fine. Your mic's gonna be muted. It's gonna take half an hour to figure out what channel it's connected to and how to unmute it. But it's literally like Tech Week for theater. The whole purpose of the test stream... They were lost at sea. Yep. The whole purpose of the test stream is to get the mistakes out of the way. And you can make the stream private, so if you don't want any eyes to just pop in and watch you, you don't have to. It's one of those things where anything that can go wrong will go wrong, and eventually it'll run out of things to go wrong, and then it'll go perfectly. And the test stream is for the purpose of running through all the things that go wrong. Although, given that you've been studying how to stream for a bit longer, I think you might have a better idea of how to go about it. But it hardly ever works the first time around, and that's the purpose of the test stream. And it's also fun to just have the first stream be like, okay, how do I push these buttons? What order do I push these buttons? How do I do this? Just have a friend in chat to help you out. That's what I'm going to be doing. You'll have someone in the audience saying, "We can't hear you. Turn your volume up. Turn your volume down." Like I said, like Tech Week at theater, it's the director in the front row going, "All right, that sound effect's too loud. You, I can see you behind stage. Move back a little bit. You, your timing was off. You, your mic doesn't work. Let's fix that. You, your costume keeps coming undone. Let's fix that." The whole purpose is to find the issues and fix them. So when you do want to hop on and play a game, everything works. Bean Sneep, okay. My bed's all the way in here, though. I guess. Boop. Ninja Stars, hello, hello! Welcome to the chats! Yay, caught the stream. I missed the last couple of them. YouTube was strange, not giving me notifications. That wasn't YouTube, that was me. And it took a few streams to realize that I had my streams set to private. So nobody was getting notified. I had to think it was Felinity who was like, "Do you have your stream set to private?" Or I guess I gotta do it in their accent. "Did you have your stream set to private?" And I was like, "That's a thing." And I checked, and lo and behold, that's where it was. Okay, so we gotta have enough pale oak to cover the back wall. We're not turning it into planks, so this is just the number we're working with. So I think... So that's a stack and a little bit, so I think maybe 2 stacks. That was you! That was you, Chef. Well, it fell still, my genius. They could never. They could never. Ninja Star says, "Oh, that would definitely do it." Yep. You see, Vicky, I've been doing this for a year. And I still have issues. The thing about Tech Week is in streaming, Tech Week never ends. Tech Week never ends. It's more like a tech year. And you just gotta roll with the punches and make sure the show goes on. You will have streams where you'll watch the VOD afterwards and go, "Oh man, you couldn't hear the game the entire time." Or you'll stream and then afterwards you'll be like, "Oh man, you couldn't hear my friends talking the entire time." Literally, I just did a stream with my friend. It was one of the funniest things we've ever done. Like, we were in tears at the end of it, just playing Uno. We watched the VOD back. You can't hear me. I'm whispering. I was 1 block short. No! And I want to see, I think, I've been getting dings on Discord. I think it was them. I think they were able to send me the VOD. I want to see if, A, I can take the 2-hour stream, turn it into a 20-minute video for this channel, because that was a stream where my headphones weren't working, so I couldn't stream. So, bless Hinata, she let me have the VOD so that I could still make a video out of it. And I want to see if I could pull some editing magic to fix my volume, because you can hear her perfectly fine, you can hear the game perfectly fine, but I'm quiet. So, like I said, I want to see if I can pull some magic, but that might have to wait until I get my computer set up in Colorado. That might have to wait, because this next week, I am going to be focused on making not the last Being the Brave episode, but the last one for, you know, a while. And I want to finish, basically, my Hollyberry Hill base. I want to finish the cliffside cabin, finish the, sort of decorating the cave underneath, getting all the scaffolding in there, and the crane, and all the decorations that I want in there. And basically have that be the ending of that section of the story. So then when, you know, I get the computer and Wi-Fi set up again, in Colorado, we can start fresh on a brand new project. So this next week, tomorrow, I'm gonna try to record and do as much as I can. The dam in the video I put up today, by the way, I'm very proud of myself. I built that dam in 1 day. That was a 1-day recording, and then 3 days to edit. I missed your message. Wait, Vicky. Did you ever explore the section you missed in the cave? Honey, that cave goes for miles. There are miles of it that I haven't explored yet. And that's just that cave under my house. There's a different cave that's connected to a different part of the base. And there's another cave that's a few sections away that I haven't gone down yet. And I'm sure those are connected. The mine shaft that I got lost in like the 6th, I think it was episode 6, that mine shaft, I still haven't completed the entire thing. There's still dark sections down there. And I try not to cheat with my spectator camera when I do my, I call it my camera drone bits, where I'm flying above things and looking at them. When I put it under the ground, I can see. And I try really hard not to cheat by using it, because I want my reaction to things to be, like, genuine. But just by looking into the background, when I take that camera underground, that cave goes for miles, and the portion of it that I have lit up isn't even 1%. But because you can only make so many caving videos, I think the caving sessions will be very good for streams, so I can do some more streams over in the Being the Brave world. My voice is starting to get gravelly. Huh. There we go. How much wood do I have? I'm getting bored of chopping trees. I think I need some more. Ooh, white bundle. Ooh, I really gotta use the bundles more. Ah! Does anybody else have this thing where every time you drink water, your ears get itchy? Is that a thing that happens, or am I just weird? The question I asked every doctor I've ever seen. Boop. Check. MC chat. Oh yeah, you sent a message. There we go. Can I edit it for you or with you? I want to practice and work on my portfolio, but I haven't filled up to recording my own footage. Aha! For the Uno episode, of me playing Uno with Hinata, that would actually be a good one to practice on. Because like I said, if I'm going to be busy with my own stuff, if you want to edit that one as practice, and I'll do a run through first to first of all see if I can fix the audio, just because I want to try that challenge, but then I can try to hand it off to you, because it is a big file. We'll find a way to send it. I could even chop it up into smaller files and send them to you so that the computer doesn't bug out. But that would be really helpful. That'd be really cool. And then, like you said, I can just focus on editing my last episode, and then you can get your practice in. And that one's, not part of a series, so it can go up whenever you finish it. I'm tired. I packed boxes, I moved boxes. And then I went for a bike ride. I'm tired. Oh, I locked Felix out of my room. I gotta make sure he's not being naughty for my roommate. He likes to hop up on the counters. He's fascinated by faucets. Let's go see if this is enough, because we don't need a lot, we just need this. Ninja Star says, yeah, that sometimes happens when I haven't been drinking enough. So I swear, I drink a lot of water. Every time I drink water, it's like, that's not enough water. It's like, okay, fine. What do you want from me? Yeah, I'm like at the point where like, the only thing I drink is water and whiskey. More water than whiskey, but like those are the only two liquids that I consume. Soda? No. Milk? Too expensive. Water from the faucet. And then one of these. Oh, my chair spun. I had some... geez, I'm gonna need more to line this up. Actually, no, because that's where the pool's gonna go. We just need to go around the border. So I might not need as much as I thought. So we can just go boop, 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 boop. And then strip, 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 strip. I had a blueberry, what's called sangre, the wine with the other day. It was awesome. It was awesome. What's that? Hi, Flynn. The pool's not done yet, but I'll let you know when it's open. Boop. There. That's a hack for when you're an adult and you're trying to think of like conversation topics. Usually everybody has something to say about alcohol. And getting people to talk about their favorites is a very easy conversation. And pets. Everybody has an animal story, whether it's pets or wild animals or animals they had growing up. Everybody has a dog story. So all you gotta do is show a picture of an animal, then everybody will be showing pictures of their animals, and voila, conversation has been initiated, and you won the social interaction. Uh-oh, I can't jump up. I already put the roof on. Oh no. Hey. I'll use this to bridge. See, for my first stream, I've decided to make it a simple sketch stream where I am sketching Cookie Run Kingdom characters. Nice, that'll be cute. That's right, because you want to do more of the drawing type things. Vicky Draws, a future streamer. Why don't you tell the audience what kind of content you'll be making? Oh, Natsutori Hinata is texting me. What do you want? Aha. Aww. Me and Hinata are working on a project together. And She sent the first piece of it. This is really cool. So I will have to look at that later. Bop, 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 bop. Being read chat, I want to know about Vicky. Well, I'm gonna put my wood down. Hold your horses. Vicky says, IDK seemed easy for a tech week. Tech week. Now I will try to bridge with this. I don't know how much I have. Let's head on this way. Oh, Felix, I'm sorry. There's just little black Muppet paws coming underneath my door frame like this. Because when I shut the door for the noise, I didn't know he was still in the living room. Come here, baby. Come here. Come on in. You know what? Let me show you off the camera. Let me show you off the stream. He's being fussy. Are you being fussy? Look at you. Look at you. What? 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 There you go. He's being spicy. He's being spicy. You want me to throw your toy? Or do you want me to put a toy in the box? Oh, there's already a toy in the box. What if I put two in there? There. One of his favorite games is to get a toy out of a box. The downside is that now I have a cat who knows how to open boxes. Vicky says, get on Discord with me and I will explain if you are able to stream the audio quick. Let's... I don't know if you can hear the box rattling. Let me see. Where are you, Vic? Get in here. Huh. I'm cold. I stood up to move and I lost all the heat that I was trapping curled up. I already packed a lot of it. I've already packed a lot of my blankets. There we go. Hold on. Now let me get the Discord set up. Where is Discord? There you go. Speak.
Hello?
There
Hello?
we go. Audience can hear you. Vicky draws, everybody. Let's go.
Hello, hello. Hi, I'm
So what's your name?
Hi, I'm Cartoon Vic, or you can call me Vicky for short. I'm going to be new to streaming and starting my first stream tomorrow.
Woohoo!
I plan on being a VTuber streamer, so you will be seeing a little blue alien pop up in the corner of the screen.
Yes, it's a very cute little character.
Yep. I am an aquatic-based alien who happens to work on a little space station.
Aww.
But my plan is to be mainly an art streamer with occasional comfort or maybe even a horror game or two.
That'd be funny.
Am a weenie. I will share that.
I'll rope you into Monopoly nights.
Yo, that sounds fun. I love Monopoly, but I will say, I am competitive.
I'm bad at Monopoly. I think we can come to an agreement.
Since I could count, so I know how to win the game.
I don't. You know, they say in battle, there are two people you gotta look out for. The one who knows what they're doing, and the one who doesn't.
Yeah, no. I was basically raised playing Monopoly, so, like, I will come for everyone.
I'll just be happy if I can play as the shoe.
You know what? You get that shoe. Get the shoe.
But anyway, so you'll be an art streamer. What kind of art?
Well, I'm just gonna do whatever comes to mind. So, like, for this first one, since it's gonna be more so like a tech week sort of thing, I plan on doing Cookie Run Kingdom. Because I actually play the game. I really love the designs of the characters, and it gives me an excuse to, like, try drawing them in my style.
Mm-hmm.
And it will be something where I don't really have to think much about what I'm gonna draw.
Yeah, because you're already familiar with the characters.
Yeah. So what I plan to do is just, like, pull up my drawing app, pull up a wheel spinner, and whatever the wheel spinner lands on for whatever cookie, I'll sketch that cookie.
Can't go wrong with a wheel spinner. I love it. Who's your favorite? Who's your favorite cookie?
Oh, I have a special place in my heart for Black Raisin.
Oh, I think mine
One of the OGs. I love Black Raisin cookie.
Mine is Hollyberry. I haven't played the game in a while because every time I try to play it, it just melts my battery. But
honestly, play it. You can download it on your computer, because you can play it on your computer now.
I could do that. That'll be nice, because it definitely seemed like a game that was, like, way too big to hold on a phone. There's way too much in there, and your battery would go from 90 to 10 within just a few minutes. It was like
100%.
That is a gripe I have with a lot of games, where it's like, stop putting so much in it to the point where it becomes unplayable for the average person.
Exactly.
Split it up into multiple games if you have to. Split it up, make a mini game pack, make a spin-off game that has all of the mini games inside of it, so that the average person with an average phone can play the game. Infinity Nikki.
I agree. But I've definitely noticed, like, especially in a lot of gacha games,
it's always the gacha games.
So freaking big, they might as well qualify as computer games.
Yeah, it's like, you can't fit that on a phone, at least not an average phone. It's like, you're
especially one
actively getting rid of people in your audience, because it's like, oh, I'd love to play it, but I can't, because I don't have $1,000 gaming computer.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm gonna be streaming from, like, a regular old, like, gaming laptop that isn't, like, choked up to, like,
industry standards.
Yeah, it's not gonna be it's definitely not industry standard. It's very much a makeshift sort of streaming that I am planning to do, because, like, I do not have the funds to create or to afford a actual, like,
but maybe with some help streaming from the audience, we can change that.
We'll see. This is gonna. I'm doing this mostly for fun.
Yeah. But if you get the occasional dono, the occasional dollar.
Yeah. And if I happen to make money during that, then so be it.
Yeah. Oh, one last question before I kick you out and get back to building.
Yeah.
If you were a cookie in Cookie Run Kingdom, what flavor would you be? I would be
butter cookie. I actually have a cookie soda. I am a butter cookie.
Aww. I'd be peanut butter whiskey.
Ooh, actually, that sounds really good.
Or baked bean cookie. Come on. Heinz baked bean cookie with the little bacon bits inside of it. It's right there.
Huh. That's interesting. That sounds like sort of like what you could have for like breakfast or something.
Would taste so bad.
I mean, there's people out there who like maple bacon, so
Maple bacon, maple cookie, maple beans. I'd be a baked bean cookie. The odd thing is, that is where my name comes from. The name being the Brave. Because, well, originally I would name myself Bean anytime I had to, like, put down a name for a character in a game. But then when I got Cookie Run Kingdom, well, the main character, he's you know, the brave little ginger man. And his name is Ginger Brave. So I just went with the theme, and I'm like, well, I'll be Bean the Brave. And then when I was trying to think of, like, my YouTube channel name, I came back to that, and I was like, that's really cute. I'm gonna keep that. So Cookie Run Kingdom is where Being the Brave comes from.
But hey, it works. It works. I mean, look at where you are at now.
Ta-da! And it's marketable.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, we shall see you tomorrow for your test stream. Good luck, and I will be there to yell at you in the audience. Everybody say bye, Vicky!
Thank you. Thank you for having me on for a minute. So, see you tomorrow.
Bye, Vicky!
Bye!
Yeah. Vicky draws, everybody! Let's go! Now back to building. And I'll shut my door a little bit. I hear them talking. Ow. But that'll be fun. It's awesome being the person in the audience for somebody else, because for the past year, I've sort of been following my friend Hinata, and she's been the one guiding me on how to, how to operate the streaming software and everything. So it's cool to finally have moved up in the world to be somebody's coach now. And I definitely want to stream with Hinata more, and Mystic when she's available. Because, God, every time we get together, it is just... we have each other in tears laughing. So I am definitely looking forward to hopefully having more time to just stream with my friends in general, because I have so many talented friends that I want to play more games with. So let's line up this top bit over here. Wait! I missed. Chev says, y'all are very entertaining. Thank you. Except with me and Hinata, it's a very natural improv, just because we've been driving each other crazy for years. The annoyance comes naturally. And... let's see. I've been trying to get Hinata to play Minecraft, but she has a vendetta against it because that was the game that she played for like one of her test streams, and it did not work whatsoever, to the point where it failed so bad she refuses to open the game again. But someday I think we can just slide the blocks like this so that they go that way, and that'll look nice. And I'm gonna crouch so I don't fall off. Doo-doo-doo. Speaking of tech issues, how is my sound? Can you hear the lo-fi? Can you hear the game? Can you hear me? Because I'm still not out of the woods yet in terms of getting everything correct, but I think I am getting better. I found somebody on basically a tech help Discord channel. Like, I was watching those how-to videos, like how to set up OBS on YouTube, and underneath it was like a link to the Discord channel that the guy had, and I went in there and I was like, hey, can somebody hold my hands and tell me how to do this? Because I set it up just kind of on my own, playing by ear, and this is where it's gotten me. But I need some help. The one on that side end here or here? I think it would make sense for it to end with the glass. It ends with the glass. Okay. So now we can take this down and back up slowly. 525,600 minutes. Shit. And we've got more pale oak left over. Cool. So I think if we have pale oak left over, I'll use that to cover up the base, the bit on the bottom. Let's back this up. So it won't be dropping off into the pool right then and there. So it makes sense, yikes, to have the bottom bit covered up. Let's go grab this, because this is expansive. We're not wasting any resources here. And let's use the last of the pickaxe to pick that up. And pick that up. And we can finally cover this up. Let's go like this. Because this is a too wide, I've realized. This is too wide. But we can do that. And then do this, and we'll strip the top part. I'm trying not to double them. Did it. And there we go. Oh, but then you can see through the glass underneath. So we'll pop up to right there. And we'll pop up one right there. So then when you look down through the glass, you can see it, which I think is pretty cool. We could just put this piece back. It's just a spare piece of polished iron, right? Hey! No. You must go this way. You must conform to match the others. How many times am I gonna fall in the same hole over and over again? Actually, I can use this spare piece of polished diorite. Because we have exactly one piece, and I need exactly one piece to cover that up. There we go. Perfect. So now to make the transition between here and outside, do we want to go with... I think we could just go with birch. Let's take it downstairs and turn it into planks. There we go. I'll make slabs. I'll make some slabs. And we're gonna hop up here. And I'm gonna turn up the lo-fi so that you can't hear my roommate talking on the phone. There we go. I think having the birch kind of going out into the patio that'll be next to the pool will be nice. Oh, I forgot we have glass cooking. We can't let that burn. We gotta make sure we take that out. There you go. Look at that. I think that's cool looking down through the glass and seeing the pattern. So now we have that strip kind of serving as the breakaway between the house and the outside. So for the pool, I think, well, we definitely want a patio. I think we'll extend it all the way this way. We'll have it be 3 wide. And 2 wide. So we got 3 wide and 2 wide, and we're gonna keep going this way. And son of a gun, my chat disappeared again. Come back. Boop, there it is. Asleep, I'm on a tower right now. Oh, okay. You out on your mushroom islands? Da-da-da. I shall sleep. I'm almost out of water, oh no. I must ration it. Gigi, you gotta come get your dogs. I wanna excavate out the basement at some point. Man. There we go. I'm dying of hunger. So let's take some of these. I do like that from here you can see the little ocean thingy. Maybe this should be 3 wide? 3 long, I guess? Not sure, let's see. Let's grab some more. And we'll take this all the way up to this edge. And we'll extend it this way. And we'll keep this going out. And I want to make it a bit longer. Hey. Stop. There we go. Stop that. And we'll hop this out this way. I like that. Look at this, we're finally getting the pool. We're finally getting the pool installed. So cool. Oh, you're probably gonna hear my voice crack in a second. Food is on the way, I'm saved. Nice. You got DoorDash. See. Since we're moving soon, I've been trying to just like make my way through the remainder of the food in the house. And we're down to like the last few packets of instant pasta. So yesterday, so we finally got to a point where there's like a minimal amount of food left in the house, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna order 2 large pizzas. And that's gonna be my food from now until we leave. Obviously some fruits and veggies and peanut butter mixed in, but I think it's gonna be, you know, just pizzas and hoagies for now until we leave so that we don't have stuff left in the fridge. That one guy James is in the chat. Hello! Welcome! How's it going? We are building a mansion and we're currently installing the pool. Which I guess I could probably get rid of this. Ooh. No to lesbian flags. I don't have room for it. Get rid of the flesh. Get rid of the arrow. Get rid of that. Get rid of the flesh. Get rid of the arrow. Come here. Give me. Get rid of the sticks. Get rid of the flesh. Get rid of the arrow. Get rid of the arrow. Get rid of the flesh. Get rid of the bit. Get rid of the arrows. Get rid of the copper. Get rid of the bit. Get rid of the... There we go. We saved the flag. I don't care about the rest of it. And I'll put stairs on this side too. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, I like that. Well, now I gotta match it on this side. Now I gotta match the stairs on this side. There, I fix. Boop, boop, boop. Perfect. And now do we... do we put in the glass first and then the base, or base first and then the glass? I think base first, because we have a bunch of prismarine. So I'm actually gonna take this chest and put it inside, and we're just gonna put our stuff in here for now. Everything else that we don't need, I'll save the calcite because I want to see if we can do something with that. Don't need the shell. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that anymore. Don't need that. Nope. A singular piece of raw chicken. Nice. We'll keep that in case I break something. Pickaxe is almost dead. We'll just try not to make any mistakes. Let's go. So now we're gonna try to put in the bottom of the pool. So I think go like that. And then that. There we go. This is easy enough. The water isn't above our heads, so we can actually, you know, mine it without drowning. So this is easy. It's just gonna take a while. So how are you guys doing? I'm gonna be here a while, okay? I'm gonna be here for a bit. So how are you guys doing? Have you watched anything interesting on YouTube lately? Like I said in the beginning, I'm going on a deep dive, rediscovering my love of paleontology, and I've been watching dinosaur and paleontology documentaries. And it's funny watching the older ones that have like the older graphics to them and the way they CGI the dinosaurs together. It's really funny sometimes. But I figure since we're moving to Colorado, and Colorado is part of basically the fossil belt in the US, you can find fossils anywhere, but in that specific stretch of like red desert that goes from like Colorado, Utah, Wyoming, that whole stretch, even up into Montana, there's a bunch of fossils. And oddly enough, from what I've seen, if I remember correctly, that stretch, even going up into Canada, is where a lot of the tyrannosaurs were discovered. So that's the area where they were native. That's right, America's got the T-Rex. We got the T-Rex. We have the Tyrannosaurs. I think T-Rex itself might have been Canada. But you know, back then, Pangea. Don't make a difference. There was a cool thing I saw where usually people who are mining, you know, real life miners, not Minecrafters, but real life miners who are out in the quarries and like digging up stone and lime and salt and stuff, a lot of times they're the ones who find fossils, especially the big ones, because you know, little ones, you know, they're working in the big machines, they can't see those. But I can't think of just how cool it must be to have that included in your training in how to identify prehistoric remains while you're, you know, mining out a quarry, and how to know when to stop and call in a paleontologist and say, hey, is this a fossil? Is this important? Should we dig around this? So there are stories of like people who were just like, you know, down in the mines with their hard hats, just going about their job, working hard, and then they dig a little deeper, and then son of a gun, there's dinosaur tracks. There's dinosaur tracks. Your foot is standing in a dinosaur track, and you're just in the middle of a work day. You just got off your lunch break, down in the mines, your back probably hurts, and then all of a sudden you're stepping in a dinosaur track. It's like, oh my god. Every time they interview these guys, the miners are always just like, "This is the best day of our life. We get to be part of an excavation." And then they'll get to use their like big honkin' mechanical equipment and all the construction vehicles to surgically and precisely remove the fossil and lift it up and very gently put it on the truck bed, and then they get back to work once it's out of the way. There is a video of a guy in an excavator, like, helping to excavate out the dinosaur they found. It was a plesiosaur? That's probably not the right one. Which is the one with the armor on its back. That has, like, the club tail. See a dinosaur with club tail. It was one of those guys. Ankylosaur. It was an ankylosaur. One of these guys. But they were in the middle of a mine and they just found, like, the shell of it, like, sticking out of the wall because it was just a perfectly preserved body. And they were just like, "Oh my god, I think we need to stop digging here for today." And they had this giant excavator, you know, with the big bucket that's like the size of a house, just doing brain surgery, carving out around it, and being so gentle and so careful around it. It was so cool to watch. I love dinosaurs. I love paleontology. It's one of those things where, like, even though I don't know a lot about it, I feel like 5-year-old me definitely knew a lot more about dinosaurs than I do now. Even though I don't know a lot about it. You know, I don't know which dinosaurs belong to which period. I don't know if Jurassic or Triassic came first. But what I do know is that every time I see a dinosaur, I'm happy. It makes me really happy. I remember before we would go on, in school we'd go on field trips to the museum, the science museum down here, and they had a whole dinosaur section. And, you know, I was the nerd with no friends, so I would bring my sketchbook and I would draw the dinosaur skeletons. And that was sort of my introduction to loving drawing anatomy. Or even when I'm drawing just a regular cartoon character, I'll still draw the skeleton underneath it because just I love it. I love it. And I won't do like a stick figure skeleton like, you know, most people do when they're drawing characters. I'll draw a fully rendered skeleton underneath the character, like I said, just because I like doing that. I like drawing skeletons. Every artist has their weird thing that they like to draw. That's mine. I just like drawing bones. Anatomy class in high school was also fun because everything that the teacher showed us, I would draw. And at the end of it, she asked me if she could use my drawings as the study guide for next year's class. And I was like, yeah! So as far as I know, my drawings are now a part of the high school anatomy curriculum. But it was cool because she said that because they were like so clear and so easy to see, they were so like accurate. She was like, the teacher was like, I could use these as like an actual like medical diagram. And I'm like, yes! No, my wall. It's a good thing I've got my emergency dirt on me. Aw, you made a hole. Put a hole in the sand. You put a hole in the sand, you jerk. I'm a little worried making this out of glass, you know, but... God, we're not even halfway done. Oh! This is the point where I just put on Legends of Evantris and listen to them while I work. That's been the podcast I've been listening to. I would listen to it a lot during work when it was, you know, just me in the hallways on the night shift. and I just put on Legends of Evantris and just laugh for hours straight. For anyone who hasn't heard of it, it's a Dungeons and Dragons podcast, but it's very much whose line is it anyways style of D&D, where it is heavy character voicing, heavy improv, very R-rated and very funny. And on top of it, the DM tells a very moving story despite the madcap comedy. So the story is actually really well put together. The campaign is like interesting, high stakes, Jesus. High stakes fantasy where they've got to save the Fae Queen. But it makes the drama even more dramatic, knowing that the fate of the kingdom is in the hands of these guys who won't stop making dick jokes. And they realize that, like, oh god, the fate of the kingdom is in our hands, and all we know how to do is make dick jokes. We're not cut out for this, but we're the only ones who can. It is hilarious. If you wander around the YouTube shorts, the animation area, that's where Chuckles the Clown is from, if you've seen any clips of Chuckles the Clown. So I know those clips went viral, and that's what brought a lot of people into the into their channel. And if you've seen like any of the Chuckles the Clown's clips, that clip is like over like 14 million views. He's only there for like 10 minutes in the second episode. And that's it. And then he becomes a running joke, but he'll only show up for like 5 minutes every 10 episodes. But the fact that clip is what went viral, and now that character is like an integral part of the story now, just because everybody knows it. It's interesting the things that can happen when you're doing improv like D&D or like, a Minecraft series, because that's what this is. This is, an improv stage just as much as, a theater club after school is. We got our box of props. We have our prompt, which is to try to make something. But then from there, everything else is improv, and it's interesting to see what things you'll just say off the top of your head that just sound right in the moment, or you just say it to make your friend laugh, that end up being the line that people quote for years afterwards. That's the quote that gets people into the show itself, and that's the one that, gets put on t-shirts and repeated to you at conventions. And it's cool to seeing the domino effect of just saying something off the top of your head and watching it, become the thing that everybody knows you for. I don't think I've had a moment like that yet, but we'll keep going. Is he being naughty? Felix is in the kitchen sink. He's not allowed in the kitchen sink. Every time I shut my door for the noise, I thought he was in there. Oh, no. Here, Felix, entertain my chat. I'm gonna go get some pizza. Uh-oh. Who just shot me? Oh well. I'll go get some pizza and I'll be right back. I'm hungry. There we go. I got Felix's toy. Whee! He's so cute. He's learned how to play fetch. I don't know if it's normal for cats to play fetch or if it's just a side effect of me having grown up with dogs and therefore treating a cat more like a dog. But Felix will bring me his toy, drop it at my feet, I'll throw it, he'll grab it, and he'll bring it back to me. It's the cutest thing in the world. He's so fucking cute. And somebody keeps trying to kill me. See, Vicky says, I bought House Flipper. It's on sale for like $6. What is House Flipper? I'm gonna eat some pizza. I do this. Like I said, this is just the frozen pizza that'll last us the week until we move. My cat also plays fetch. Okay. Cool. Ah! Stop! Stop it! You're upsetting me! Get out! Oh, I win. I'm on one heart and I win. I'll back the mic up so you don't have to listen to my ASMR pizza chewing. I can't be the only one who's like really grossed out by ASMR sometimes. Like, I know some people find it comforting. I do not. Anytime I hear somebody whispering in a video and they're like right next to the mic, or even those like it's specifically, it's even like the Woobles ads where someone's doing like an ASMR unboxing of the crochet and they're just like, today I'm gonna be showing you the secrets inside this Woobles bag, and they're like crinkling the bag. I'm like, ew, stop it, get away from me, I don't want to buy it now. See, I'm not a fan of ASMR. It's a sensory issue for me too. Yeah, I get like nature sounds, maybe like somebody whispering far away, comforting things. But if their voice is like inside your ear whispering, that's like, ew. It's like you can feel their breath through the headphones. It's like, get away from me. Back up. Back up. That would be cool to have ASMR Personal Space Edition where it's the same sounds, but they're like further away, so they're not like close to you in your ear. But it's just, I open up a box from the other side of the room. Because sometimes certain sounds are comforting. Like I said, if somebody could be like, you know, doing the gentle whispers or like the gentle noises, but on the other side of the room, so it's not right here cracking in your ear. ASMR, but I respect your boundaries. Edition. Oh, or you said, House Flipper is a game where you clean and make over houses. Well, that's what I'm doing here. I flipped this house 3 times. It is interesting being in a, I'm in a Discord server, which is like a bunch of random folks, different community. But it's weird being in there with like a bunch of like older folks, because somebody was talking about like, I just remodeled my house for the 3rd time, and I was like, oh cool, I just put up the walls in my house, thinking we were talking about Minecraft, and they were like, and then they sent pictures Oh, and it was their real house. They were remodeling their real house, and I was like, oh. Oops. And they were like, oh, but your Minecraft house looks good, you know, good color palette. Someday I'll have a house to remodel. Someday I'll have a garden. Someday I'll be able to afford more food than pizza. That's become one of my favorite running jokes now, is to just say that's the American dream after like random things. Where it's like, someday I'd love to buy a big wheel of Parmesan cheese. That's the American dream. It's to be able to buy one of those big giant wheels of Parmesan cheese so you can grate yourself. It's my American dream. Let's see, Chev says, you aren't getting a garden in Colorado, though. Too hot. Cactus gardens. Cactus gardens. I'll do the thing on Google Earth where you take the little person and you drop it on the street. Vicky says, you got me craving pizza. I'm gonna hop off for the night. See you tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow, Vicky. Good night. Thank you for stopping in. But yeah, on Google Earth, I've been looking at our future apartment, and I've been putting the little street view guy down on the street to look around and walk around the neighborhood. And I don't remember where I was going with this. Gardens, yeah. But so yeah, a lot of the houses out there don't have grass in front of them. It is dirt. But what they've done instead of plant gardens is rock gardens. And it's all decorative rocks and little statues and rocks that have been, like, you know, stacked into little formations. And, you know, little miniature versions of the big, mountainous red rocks that surround them. And, like, that's really cool. That's really cute. You know? You decorate with what you have. And if what you have is very beautiful rocks and not a lot of plants, well, then you're gonna decorate the outside of your house with beautiful rocks. So maybe I can have a little rock garden. They also have a lot of cactuses, lots of desert plants. So lots of cactuses, the aloes. I'm worried about having cactuses indoors because, you know, you can get the little ones in the pots. I'm worried about having them indoors just because of that guy. I took him to my mom's for the weekend, and he chewed on all of her plants that were within view. So I know that if I get a cactus, I'm gonna have to take him to the vet. Because he's gonna see a green plant and go, ooh, for me? Ah. Yeah, you would. And he'd probably try to do it again the next day. Which sucks, because I want to have plants, but I also want to make sure that A, I have plants that are safe, and B, I have plants that can survive being chewed on by a cat. Maybe I just get fake ones. Need more prismarine. We done. I gotta see if I have any more in the box, because I used up all of it for the ceiling. Let's go see if I have any more. There's a bat! I got bats in my basement! dark down here. Dang it. Well, let's sleep. So I think it was... Oh, that's the dark oak outside my view. I thought it was nighttime. Let's go see if there's any more prismarine in the... This is prismarine, right? Prismarine brick. Let's go see if there's any more in the cheat-coded farm over here. Hey, buddy. Come on. You can do it. Boop. There we go. I could just take that apart. But I'm pretty sure his ship has been raided by now. Whee! Yeah, I thought it was awfully suspicious that those dudes were able to put this together after, you know, only 2 days of playing on the server. I was like, well, maybe they're just really good at the game. How do you get up? Oop. There we go. Someday it'd be cool to figure out how to make one of these, you know, the right way. Oh! That was not the elevator. You know what? I could just take this apart. Because, you know, we're planning on taking this down anyways. I could just take it apart. Well, we got a bunch of these. I forget how this works. They're crafting. Do I put that together like that? And then I can make a 7 prismarine blocks. Okay, so these work. It works like copper. Now I gotta sit here for a bit. Few days. Did you get the springs out of the box yet? Did you get them out yet? Or are they still in there? Oh, they're still in there. Oh, go get them. You know what? That song from... That's one of the theme songs from Gacha Life. And it has been stuck in my head since the day I heard it. I'm so happy I finally found it on Spotify. It's called I think it's called Breakfast is Ready. And I'll just put that on loop sometimes. Because it is such a catchy tune. Just a little piano going. Bum bum ba dum bum 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 ba da. Bum bum, bum, ba-da. Dun, 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 da, 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 da. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Felix has spotted something in the closet. What's going on, bud? As long as you don't knock stuff over. So how many of these will this make? That'll make quite a lot. Okay. Okay, that should be enough. But as always, I always know that I'm gonna need more than what I have, so I'm just gonna grab some more. I know I'm gonna run out. Let's just keep going while I eat my pizza. And I have exactly 7 left. Oh, no, wait, I need 9. Let's just do that. There we go. Now, that's perfect. There we go. Now, if I hurl myself off the edge, will I land in the water? Looks like it, but I don't want to go that far. There's my boat. Hey! Do people like texturing in terms of like doing it or looking at it? Like, who enjoys this? Well, it can make a build look better. It's a learning curve, and I'm still trying to figure it out. I'm the one who textured birch with white wool, so it's just a matter of finding the right blocks. What I'll do is I'll put down like a solid color first, and then throw in the texturing more like shading afterwards. So think of it more like shading in a drawing than texturing. You know, putting in darker blocks to represent shadows more than textures. It's so tedious. I know. I'm filling in the bottom of a pool right now. This is tedious. See? Texturing. Darker on the bottom, in the middle, and the top. Want to switch? No. Unless you're referring to the Switch 2, as in, do I want the Switch 2? Also no, I can live without it. I love Mario Kart, but not that much. I'll keep playing Mario Kart 8. There's still a bunch of games for the regular Switch that I haven't gotten yet that I want to play, but I haven't been able to get them because those are too expensive at $60. You think I'm gonna be able to get the ones at $80? No. I still use the Wii. I still use the Wii too. I love it. I still gotta pack that. Unironically, my favorite game, like, ever, is Wii Sports Resort. That's another one where I'll just put on that music and listen to it while I'm working. I think one of my most listened to thing on YouTube is just like Nintendo soundtracks, Nintendo music mixes. You know, those like playlists that pop up and it's like Nintendo music to study for your finals to. Nintendo music to fail calculus to. Nintendo music for going on a drive. Nintendo music for baking in the kitchen. I'll just put those on and let them run. I love them. It's just such a specific part of the brain that Nintendo music tickles. It's kind of like Studio Ghibli soundtracks, or even I guess like Marvel soundtracks in general, where you can just tell what genre, what company the music belongs to. Even if you don't know the exact game itself, you hear the tune and you're like, that belongs to a Nintendo game. Or you'll hear music and you're like, that belongs to a Marvel movie. Or you'll hear a violin a certain way and you're like, ah, that belongs to a Studio Ghibli film. I forget his name. I think it's... Nope, I don't remember it. Let me go find who's the guy who is the composer for all of the Wii era music. He did like the Wii music, Animal Crossing, I believe Luigi's Mansion, Yoshi's Island. He was also the voice of Yoshi. There we go. So the guy behind the Wii Sports soundtrack is Kazumi Totaka. Let's see. The primary composer for the Wii's music, especially the Wii Sports soundtrack, is Kazumi Totaka. He also composed music for other Nintendo games, including the Animal Crossing series, and was the voice of Yoshi. In addition to his composition work, Totaka was also the sound director for the Animal Crossing series and directed the development of the Wii music game. He did the Wii Sports soundtrack. He's the guy behind the Mii music. He's the guy behind the Mii channel songs. So basically all of the background music that you hear on the Wii screen, the little jingles, the little sounds, every time you clicked on a different channel, it had a different music playing. That was all him. So I think we owe Mr. Totaka a big thank you for making the sounds of our childhood. I love it. I feel like the video game composers need more recognition, because like movies soundtrack composers, like, they get all the glory, but the people who make the music for video games, you don't know who they are. But they're the ones who, like I said, make the music of our childhoods. I mean, I'm sure if you had a Wii, you can listen in your head right now, the sound of the Wii booting up. That little ding-ding-ding. And it'll take you back to a simpler time. It's like somebody had to make that sound. I also remember reading that Kazumi Totaka was the inspiration for KK Slider in Animal Crossing. and in terms of like appearance, because you know, you look at him online, he's got big eyebrows. He kind of looks like a dog. You know, you could see him being caricatured as a dog. And frequently he would like take out his guitar and, you know, just sit on a stool and cross one leg over the other with it, and they just caricatured him and turned him into KK Slider. And usually whenever there's like a Nintendo concert or something, he'll come out at the end and like sit on the KK Slider stool and play like the Animal Crossing ending music, which is really cute. God, I want to play Wii Sports again. It's such a good game. It's so fun. It's so much fun. I did see for Switch they had the Switch Sports. I like the fact that you can keep the original Miis and play with them, but then you have the original Miis next to like the new Miis who are, you know, rizzed up. And it looks weird, but I'm excited for Tomodachi Life. I was bummed out because I thought the new Tomodachi Life was going to be just for Switch 2. Nope, for the regular Switch. So you can get that on its own. And I want to play that because I never got a chance to play the original Tomodachi Life. So this will be my... So I missed it the first time around. This time around, I'm getting Tomodachi Life. You know, I was the kid who, like, I never really had a lot of video games. I had, you know, a lot of the Wii games, a lot of the Mario games. But, you know, everything that I got, you know, I'd get it off the GameStop clearance rack. So a lot of times my exposure to different games was me just, like, looking over my friend's shoulder while they played them. That's Dori Hinata says, "Being, I demand attention, give me attention. I'm busy!" What do you want? I see that you've been dinging me. I'll take a look in a second, but right now I gotta fill in the bottom of my pool! Hi. Hello! How's it going, Hinata? I am trying to complete my swimming pool before we leave for Colorado. While we're here, I want to see if you, me, and Mystic can get together IRL before I leave. Even if it's just me driving down to our hometown, just going out for lunch. So I know we said we wanted to do a round one day, but I don't know if we'll have time with both of you working. Boo boo boo. You don't have to look at the ping right now. It's about our secret project. I did tell the audience that you and me are working on something together, which is going to be really cute. And like I said, I've been seeing the files kind of like pop in on screen. So I'm excited to look at them. I hear shenanigans. Are you upset that I'm not giving you attention too? Come on. You're being fussy. There you go. There's your toy. Felix is getting bigger. I think this is like... I've noticed recently that he's finally growing out of kitten size. When do you plan on leaving? I'll be away all week next week. Well... the date that my brother will be able to take stuff for us and drive, because he's our furniture mover, will be the 15th. So it is coming up soon. But sooner than anticipated. But Mm-hmm. He said, I do want to see if I can drive down maybe this Sunday. Maybe this Sunday we can gather up. Maybe. Because with how fast everything's going to be moving, even if the three of us can't get together at the same time, I just want to give both of you goodbye hugs before I get out. My family's leaving Sunday morning. No! Tomorrow? Maybe tomorrow? So now I have an online meeting thing. Tomorrow, but that'll be early afternoon. That'll be around 1. So, in hometown, not my town. Okay, yeah, I will plan on driving down and bothering you. Oh man, should I make it like that? And we will see what Mystic is up to. I need a crafting bench. Plan for evening ice cream. Evening ice cream sounds awesome. But wait, you are lactose intolerant. Oh well. Can I turn these into panes? How do you turn these into panes? Aha! And I will... Hello, Shiv! Are you under my pool? Are you under my porch? I think I can... Add the milk has to come out one way or another. I'm wallowing. It's okay, you can wallow in my pool. I'm not sure. Should I put the glass here? And then I'll put the calcite rim around it. Chev is me and I am Chev. Look at you. Look at you. Pathetic. I will get these put down. I hear Felix ripping stuff up. You should some of make those pool floaties Gigi made. I will once I put the water in, and you're gonna have to move. There we go. English hard, I know. No! I gotta be careful with this. I can't get the glass back if I break it. Floaties! Yes, I'll put the floaties in once the water is there, because you cannot have floaty without water. It'd be very difficult. Felix, what are you doing? He's just straight up attacking the curtain. Food here. Bye-bye, Bean in chat. Goodbye! Oh, 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 that's... You're gonna knock the shelf over. Calm your ass down. There we go, a corner of my eye. I just saw the shelf starting to do that. If you want out the door, you're going to have to paw at the door and meow. Like a normal cat. I think he just plays with a lot of enthusiasm. There we go. We're doing it. If I head down home tomorrow, I can bring my violin because I have two violins. One's a spare, and I want to drop the spare off at my violin teacher's house, along with a piece of music that she wants. So I can bring that down. Buddy. I just see eyes staring at me out of the closet. Well, I'd rather you... Oh, did you hear that? Oh. So what's the pool for? For me to drown myself in. Damn, you got the zoomies big time. It's okay. It's okay. Oop. It's okay. Relax, relax. It's better he does this now than when I'm trying to sleep later. So just let him run so he tires himself out. But no, the pool is for me to swim in. Ah, dang it, it's a half slab. Oh, maybe I can connect it with other half slabs. Boop, boop, boop. Boop. There we go. And now he's sneezing. Have you thought about putting fish in it? I'm gonna be putting fish in the rest of my house. But you don't want to swim in fish water. That would be icky. But I do want to add in fish tanks in the rest of the house. Because I think I made fish tanks before and I really liked them, and I wanna make more of them. I want to have a fish tank that like extends from the first floor to the second floor, so it's just like a really long one. Ow! Stop! You're gonna make me have to kill you. Hi, get out. But yeah, I really want to do more work with fish tanks because I think those are cool. Oh, excuse me. Did you just pick up that piece of dirt? You just picked up that sand. You just picked up that piece of sand. Now you're walking away like you just did nothing wrong. The audacity. There we go. Anytime I'm always worried that like the glass in my hand is gonna break. Being I have a really cursed stream idea. Tell me. Tell me. A hot tub stream, but with fish inside of it. And obviously, if there's fish inside, it won't be a hot tub, but it'll be a reasonable temperature for fish. Have you heard of the Minecraft dating sim? No, but I'm interested. Do you date the mobs? That would be funny. I assume it's a setup where you date the mobs. And I hear a witch and it's making me nervous! Let's get rid of this dirt. Put sand. Yeah, specifically the monsters. I wanna try. Look at that, we already got somebody in the pool. Can you go get him? No! You can't use the diving board! You'll hurt yourself! And this is not open for business. This is private. This is not a public pool. This is private. So, private property. Get out. And I have no way back up. Okay. There we go. It looked like it tried but got scared. Yeah. Poor guy. Mm-mm. Run! There we go. Oh, look at the cherry tree outside the windows. That's cool. That's pretty. Yeah, I'm excited to get to work on the garden around this area. And look at that. Look at that. We finally have a pool outside. We finally have a pool outside. Here we go. And we just get to do a high wire act for the rest of this. Beep. Beep. No, not that. And it looks like we have more than enough. I'm really focusing here. I gotta practice for one day being an MCC. Or Creator Carnage or something like that. That is definitely on my content creator bucket list, is to participate in an MCC or something similar. But MCC is like the end goal I would love to be part of. Felix, you'd kill it at MCC, wouldn't you? You'd destroy the competition. Actually, I don't want this higher than the balcony, so that's as tall as it is. Oh, I anticipated this being taller. But let's... We got 4 more of these. Let's see if that's enough to block up this over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 short. Hide. Dang it. Dang it, dang it. Or maybe we can make an adjustment. I like this song. This one's nice. there we go. And then that one's underneath and you can't see it. Alright, time for the bucket! Oh man, I gotta do more terraforming. Look at that ugly bit right there. Look at that. Look at that. Oh man. That's something I can do that on my own time. I have an idea. I think this might work. If I do that. No, it's in the corners. Water goes through glass panes? Water goes through glass panes? Wait, let me see. Maybe if I do it here. Okay, so it doesn't go through, it just does it on the glass block itself. Because it's only takes up yay much of a block. Ah, it's gonna look weird. Nope, I don't want to do that. I want to do... I guess I'll do this. How far can I do this for? Can I just continuously lift the water up? It won't look that bad, don't worry. I'm not worried about it looking bad, I'm worried about it looking weird. See, if I take the water bucket and it's like every 3 pieces, so it's 1, 2, 3. Nope, it's gotta be like that. I just get to do this for eternity. There we go, this is easier. There we go. And we'll just continue down the line. I haven't blinked in a while. I'm locked in. Oh, we got a weird spot up here. Spoosh. Spoosh. And that's even all the way down. So now, if I use this little gap to my advantage, we'll just do this. And take these out. And then we'll just keep doing that. This is a lot of work. What if I went to your Minecraft house and drank all the water? I'd be very upset because it took a long time to put down. I'd be like, oh, my water. And then you die from the chlorine because it's pool water. Fool. Ooh. And we got the ocean monument thing nearby, so I can just do this without drowning. Cool. See, this is the part where if I were making a video, I would turn this into a cool time lapse. Because it would probably look really cool as a time lapse. I looked away before it broke. I do have one diamond. Oh, this is cool. See, this is what I wanted. Was to have this spot here. Where you can look out into the ocean. And then down here is where it'll filter through. We can pretend that these are like the water filters. There we go. Now give me my sand back. And now we go again. Thing right here. Well, I think we got the first one set up. How far down do we need to do this before the water stream disappears? There we go. So if I do it one out. There we go. This is faster at least. A little bit. And I've only got 9 pieces left. Well, let me hop inside. And I'll just dig for an eternity again. This is a good time to just look at the little bits in the water. Ew, it's like a band-aid. Are there more? Huh. I need to get a better pool filter, I guess. Oh, on one hand it's getting late, but on the other hand I want to finish this before I leave. I want to finish this. Scratch, scratch. I can pull this closer, I'm not eating anymore. Tag yourself on the band-aid. Oh, I guess it's nighttime. Oh no. Oh no, I'm gonna stay down here. It's safer. Nope, let me in! Let me in! I'm doing the hunch. I'm doing the neck hunch. I gotta stop doing that. Are these guys just walking into the water? Are they just walking into the ocean? Alright, good. Stay there, I guess. Leave me alone. No, I wasted a piece of sand. You! You want in here so bad. You want in here so bad. You want to kill me through the glass so bad. I bet you do. I bet you do. But you can't. You can't. Because you're a loser! Yeah, that's right. Swim away. Swim away. Uh-oh. You can't get me. You have no power here. That's right. Spin. Spin, you fool. I am right here and you can't do anything to me. Perish with the rising of the sun. Meh. Meh. Get out. Oh, the band-aid's back. That's weird. It's like a little UFO. I guess that's just from, like, being in the water stream. Boink. Is he able to even get me from down there? Everything reminds me of her. Oh, the trident! Oh. Hey, buddy. I swear to God, if you pick up a piece of my sand, I'm gonna be very upset. Push! Imagine living in a world where Endermen are real. It's like you have these genuine, like, creepypasta cryptids that walk around, and if you look them in the eyes, they'll attack you. But then they're so common that you just treat them with the same annoyance that you do squirrels. There we go. Sometimes my headphones will sit right on the little button on my hat. And it'll press down. It'll give me a headache. I don't like it. If I could find a hat that didn't have a stupid little button, I'd love it. Here we go. And there we go. Well, this is gonna take a really long time. The Endermen genuinely scare me. I think they're not so bad. I mean, they scream and you look them in the eyes. I know plenty of people who also scream when you look them in the eyes. You know, you just keep your head down. They just make their little chirping noises, just go on their way. They're not like those bitches that wreck your stuff, or those bitches that wreck you. They see you from a mile away, they just go and they hone in on you like a missile. Oh, but look at this view from inside. We can see all the fish going by. And we can see that bitch. You know what? Come here. Ouch. That didn't go well. It's because I've been playing on Java. I'm not used to the hitboxes. The hitboxes are different. The hitboxes are different, that's why. Oh no, now he's gonna death loop me. He's gonna death loop me. He's gonna get me while I'm picking up my stuff. Here we go. Oh. I picked up a bunch of glass. There's still a bunch of stuff out there, but I'm gonna sleep so I don't have to worry about the skeletons, and maybe Drown will just spawn. There we go. I've only been afraid of a few things. The boiled one, the knockoff puppet from Five Nights at Candy's, and Enderman. Quite a collection of fears. Ooh. No, I didn't get any food! I'm gonna die! See, I guess I'd be scared of anything that, like, resembles human but isn't type stuff. Like those analog horror things. Those ones spook me. Boop boop. All other monsters I feel like would just piss me off. Cause I'm like, I'm trying to work! And you're interrupting me! I know you don't like analog horror, but I recommend you research the boiled one phenomenon. You'll understand if you do. No thank you. I do not wish to understand. It is enough that it exists. Yeah, analog horrors. I guess I am kind of a wimp when it comes to, like, actual, like, ghost story type things, which is why, like, the only kind of ghost story I can watch is, you know, BuzzFeed Unsolved or Ghost Files, because it's funny. They balance it out with the funny on top of it. But they recently did an episode where so if you're not familiar with BuzzFeed Unsolved or Ghost Files, it's basically the funniest combination you could think of. That's a ghost hunter who's scared of ghosts, and he's teamed up with a ghost hunter who doesn't believe in ghosts. And it's a real show, you know, they go in with the cameras and the equipment and they try to capture evidence. Well, the one who believes in ghosts tries to capture evidence. But they go into these places, capture what they can, and the cool thing is they don't walk away saying anything definitive of like, this place is haunted. They walk away literally saying like, our job is to collect and find evidence, interpretation is up to you. So they're real cool for that, but the show is funny mostly just because the banter between the two of them is like Three Stooges level hilarious. But they recently did an episode where it was just Ryan, the one who's scared of ghosts, investigating a house on his own. And it was genuinely terrifying without Shane there to bounce off of. It was just a scared guy in a haunted house. And the audience was just like, okay, yeah, bring Shane back. We didn't like that. And Ryan was like, I didn't like that either. Shane, get back here. And of course Shane was like watching the video afterwards going, that was funny. Laughing at his misery. But I like horror if there's like comedy mixed in. The boiled one phenomenon genuinely terrifies me. The last time an analog horror scared me so much was Mandela Catalog. I can't watch it without someone there with me. Which one was Mandela Catalog? Because one of my roommates ages ago showed me a bit of one that scared me, and it was the one where it's like, it was either like aliens or some sort of like demons were like taking the form of humans, but the appearance would be wrong, and you'd have to like, you know, kind of like a That's Not My Neighbor thing, you'd have to spot the differences. But the thing is, it would be like, it wasn't like drawn images like That's Not My Neighbor, it was like actual like photoshopped images of people with the grotesque wrong features of like blacked out eyes, a smile that goes up to the ears, or like pieces rearranged on the face. It was like, uh, uh. That's the Mandela catalog. Okay. Yeah, they showed me a bit of it, and I had to request they turn it off because I'm like, I don't like that. This is scaring me. I don't want to watch this anymore. Because the thing is, it's not the actual show itself. It's afterwards when your imagination is by itself. That's what scares you. That's what creates the spooky things. Is this a safe space? For what? If you're gonna tell me horror stories, later. But if you want to speak of your experience with a horror story, go right ahead. Do. Mandela catalog, Angel Gabriel is hot. The Angel Gabriel is involved, you say? I never got past the first part just because the images of the people with blacked out eyes and the Cheshire Cat smiles scared me, but so I don't know the story that happens beyond it. Is Angel Gabriel like a code name for one of the creatures, or is it like the actual Archangel Gabriel coming down? Specifically his very creepy smile and warped one. That's the thing, is if it's a drawing, if it's like a it doesn't have to be like cartoony, but if it's like an illustration, I'm okay with looking at it. But if it's like a photoshopped image of a person to look wrong, then no. It's the actual angel. See, now I'm intrigued. How does he end up being part of this? Can I send you the picture or nah? I'm curious. Is it, again, is it like an actual, like, picture of a human that's been photoshopped? Or is it an illustration? I'm curious about the story now, even if I don't want to look at the pictures. So I'm always down for a spooky story. Just my brain likes to latch on to images and scare me with them later. Because, you know, I have a very vivid imagination, and it's very easy for me to vividly imagine things whether I want to or not. It is technically, it's a realistic portrait warped. I'll pass. I'll pass. Oh, this did just bring up something in my mind. Of talking about like how the horrific, wrong demonic images were people with some sort of, like I said, something wrong with their face, either like limbs too long or eyes missing or holes in the head. And that did just like click in my head, like as I'm describing that. It's like I very well could be describing somebody who has an actual facial deformity. And it's unfortunate that like there is that connection between horror and you know, if a human doesn't look right, it means it's a monster. And the fact that there actually are humans out there with deformities that, you know, make them look like that. And then they have to put up with people calling them monsters. From horror stories. So that just popped into my head. Yeah, and that's even more like I'll take like actual monsters over warped human features any day. And I think me being, you know, part of disabled community, that's something that like popped in my head of like, aw. That is something that unfortunately happens, that is a stigma that keeps happening of like deformities equaling something wrong or monstrous. But you know what I'm talking about. When it's like Mandela catalog style, it's like, it's not just a deformity, it's like a full on like, the eyes are blacked out and they're fucking staring at you. And like I said, with those are the ones that we got past in the pictures before I told my roommate to stop. But I remember there was a movie that came out recently. I only saw like bits of it, but it had Sebastian Stan, and you know, I adore him, I love him, and another actor who had a neurological condition that basically made his face kind of like, you know, very puffy and warped, and you know, he's an actor, same caliber as Sebastian Stan, but even when they were on the you know, on the press tours, they had journalists calling this guy a creature to his face. And they had to keep, like, reminding these journalists of, like, this is a person? That is a person. Like, you don't get to call him a monster. You don't get to call him a creature. He's a human being playing the role of a human being. Like, he's not playing a demonic character. He's playing a human being. So, watch your mouth. Right. Anyways, Hinata says, my friends did a smash cake a few months ago, and they were putting so many insane smashes on the cake. I go up and I'm like, my smash is Angel Gabriel, specifically this Gabriel, and they shamed me. One put the schmooze, and I'm the freak. Literally, if you are part of a group doing a hear me out cake, nobody is allowed to shame anybody. Because the goal is to be as hear me out as possible. I want to do one of those just for the lulz. But I want to do it with somebody. Who would be on my list? I know I definitely had in mind hear me out, a foursome with the Three Stooges. Just because saying that line would be funny. Hear me out. Minecraft sand block. I'll send you the video. Obviously can't show it, but the ending is so funny because their reaction to it. I think I saw clips of this on your Snapchat story. I think I remember seeing that on your story. Is this connected or... Nope. I need to put it here. Ouch! Ouch! Dude, there's a spider in my pool! Spider in my pool! I gotta get the net out and scoop them out. There we go. Oh yeah, I did post it there. I remember seeing that. Who might hear me out, be? Obviously, oh, look at him coming through the glass. I see him. Let's go inside. Boop. Yeah, I'm gonna go inside, but let him do his thing. I'm tired. Oh, Felix just yawned too. That's what that noise was. Are you mad that your napping spot is covered in stuff that I need to pack? Don't worry. You'll have a new napping spot soon enough. There you go. And I'm gonna have to give his claws a trim before we go. We've also been trying to introduce Felix to my future roommates, Cat, Laddie, who's a big orange tabby. The first time we introduced them, we just had Felix in the carrier, and I brought him over to her place. Laddie ran and hid. Like, he literally went into a corner and like smooshed his face in it, so all you could see was a little round backside, but this giant tabby hid from this little baby, like in pure fear. And we were just like, Laddie, you're 5 times his size. Why are you scared of him? He's a baby. He's a baby. He's only a few months old. What's scaring you about him? Is it because he's black? Is it because he's black? What's wrong with you? But then the second time we introduced them, again, we had Felix in the cage. And we just sat him down on the floor, and then me and Laddie went and watched a movie. And while we were watching, we saw Laddie sneak up to the cage and kind of put his nose to the bars, and then he ran away. But he put his nose to the bars several more times, and each time Felix would get like really excited because he wasn't scared at all. He was just like, oh, new person, what's up? And he'd like try to reach through the cage to like give him little boops, and then Laddie would run away from the boops. So they made contact at least. Laddie walked up to him, stayed for a few seconds, and then hid under the bed again. So we're hoping maybe third time will be the charm, and maybe in the coming week we can sit them down together. Maybe let Felix out of the cage to go sniff him. Maybe just leave him in a room together. Force it. I know you shouldn't do that with cats, because you do have to make sure they have time to get to know each other. But these guys are going to be sharing hotel rooms as we travel the country. So they're going to be sharing the hotel room with us and each other. So they are going to get familiar with each other very quickly. And we don't want to freak them out too bad, because that'll be on top of driving for like 5 hours. So hopefully in the coming week we can sit them down to hang out with each other some more. Look at that wandering trader. I wonder if he has anything good. There we go. I'm putting the wandering trader on my hear me out. Cats either get along or don't. The good part about it though is that once they establish boundaries, they stick with them and rarely violate them. That's good. Yeah, because you got your 2 cats that you had to introduce. And Venti's older, Snufkin's younger. Was Venti scared of Snufkin at all? Or was Snufkin scared of Venti? Because the thing is, they're not being violent towards each other. They're not hissing or tail-poofing or swatting or anything. Felix is just trying to stick his nose through the cage to smell him, and Laddie's running away and hiding. Snufkin was scared of Venti. Venti has no fear. Yeah, but the thing is, in that relationship, Snufkin is the baby. And Venti's the older one. Aw. So I guess it just takes time. And I am planning, in terms of like packing stuff, it's like, okay, all the cat stuff will be going with me in the car. And hopefully we'll bring as much of the cat's items with us as possible, so that when we're in the hotel rooms, they're as comfy as they can be. You know, they have all the familiar things, familiar toys and blankets. It took them about a day to start making proper contact, a week to start cleaning and grooming. Okay. So I guess we just gotta set them in the same room with each other. The thing is, we did let Felix out of the cage for like a minute. And it was like Laddie was like sitting on the windowsill. We let Felix out. Felix went right up to him and was just like, "Hi, what you doing?" And Laddie was just like that picture of like the little girl hugging the evil queen to try to hug the evil out of her, and the evil queen is just like that was Laddie. That was Laddie. He saw Felix coming towards him and he like just visibly grimaced, like, ugh, what is that thing? And then he ran away. So I guess we just gotta sit them down in the same room together and make them get used to each other. And it'll be harder, like I said, because they'll be getting to know each other within the context of being in a strange hotel. But hopefully with, you know, Audie will be there, I'll be there. They'll have their toys, their blankets, so their familiar things. So hopefully that'll ease the freak outs. 3 days to adjust, 3 weeks to settle, 3 months to be comfortable. Okay. Yeah, so once we get to the apartment and everything actually calms down and we're done hauling furniture in and out, they'll be able to take their time and get to know each other. And like I said, we'll be supervising them to make sure no swatting happens. That's where I need to make sure Felix has his little claws groomed, because like I said, he plays very enthusiastically. There isn't a mean bone in his body, but he plays like a second grader who just inhaled with a pixie stick. And his claws are naturally sharp, so in the process of playing, it's very easy for him to accidentally scratch. So I need to make sure his claws are trimmed so that he does not cause injury to Laddie or Audie. You know, like I said, I'm used to playing with big dogs. You know, I put my hand in a Rottweiler's mouth, no problem. But I want to make sure that he does not cause injury to any of the others. It's an actual saying. I was told that when I adopted Snufkin. Fortunately, Venti goes by 3 seconds, 3 minutes, 3 hours. With Laddie, it might be 3 years. Here, you just hop down. There. I know the door is shut for the noise, but if you need the litter box, you just scratch at the door. Make a noise, and I'll let you out. I just ate 2 slices of pizza. I'm still hungry. I need protein. Maybe I'll open up the open jar of peanut butter. Eat some of that before bed. What you doing? You want me to put your toy in the box again? Okay. We're almost done with this pool. We're halfway done. We're halfway done. Oh god, I'm starting to get tired. It's past midnight for me, but I'm gonna keep going because I want to finish this. Like I said, this might be the last time I'm on Watercraft until we get to the new state. Because I'll be busy in my Being the Brave world finishing up Hollyberry Hill. But I wanted to at least get something done. Something like actually completed. For this base. I think having the first floor in the swimming pool is a good stopping point. So now my neighbors at least have something nice to look at and not an active construction zone. Please don't press the power button. Oh. He put his front paws up on the PC on the floor and was starting to paw, and the power button was right there. I was like, no! I gotta head out for now and head to bed. Thank you for giving me attention. Absolutely. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah! I think my mom was planning on coming up tomorrow to hand some things off to me, but I think, change of plans, I will go see her, and then I will go see you. And we will go get Dairy Queen. Yeah. And we'll see if we can grab Mystic. That'll be fun. Yippee! Yippee! Oh, like I said, I'm going to stay here and finish this pool, even if it's silently and by myself, because I need to get this done. I need to get this done. Oh. Oh, wait, I can't take that down now. I haven't been keeping up with the, water dropping. Oh no! We've got a bit in the middle. Oh no, I wasn't paying attention! We got a drop in the middle! That's not good. Maybe if we do the whole thing, it'll even out. Boop. Hello. Get out. Get out. It's private property. Leave. No, I got rotten flesh in my inventory. I hate rotten flesh in my inventory. It sucks. Now I'm getting stuck. Ouch! Hey! I'll hit you with the bucket. I'm gonna hit you with the bucket. Don't make me hit with you with a bucket! There we go. Actually, I think for underneath here. There we go. I could just do this. And we can at least finish this piece. And then I think we'll just have to fix that divot in the water out there. That should be it. That should be it. Nope. There we go. That's not spilling out the side. Awesome. We're gonna stick this to the bottom, and now we've got that coming out. Cool. And it is nice that we're next to the ocean monument, so we can do this without fear of drowning. There we go. That's evening out the surface over here. Oh, because it's a half slab, it gets submerged in the water a little bit. The next car on the ADHD train, did you see that for Pride Month, Laika Studios did a cute little short where they were designing Mitch's boyfriend from Paranorman. Or remember that was the big buff guy who the girl was pining for the whole movie, and she was like, "Oh, will you date me?" And then at the end he was just like, "Oh, you're gonna love my boyfriend. He's a chick flick. He's a total sucker for chick flicks." And for Pride Month they designed his boyfriend, so now we can finally see what he looks like. It was really cute. It was really cute. Oh, and this is almost even. Dang it. We're missing a spot. Are you trying to get my cranberries? Are you trying to chew like? Alright, little boy. Little boy. Surprise! Behind the curtain, it's just laundry. I've got a little basket of food underneath my bed, and one of them is a bag of cashews, and then a bag of cranberries. Then I just take some out of one bag, take some out of the other bag. And Felix, he doesn't touch the cashews, he doesn't touch the cranberries, but he chews on the bags. And he annihilates them. Ha! And I can still hear him chewing. I'm not sure what to do to make him stop. It's just a crunching sound from under my bed. Baby! Stop it! Stop chewing on my cranberries. You don't even like cranberries. It's just plastic and it's bad for you. Should I put something over that? I will take one of my jackets. I will take one of my jackets and cover it up. There we go. Oh, my knees. Oh, I couldn't stand up right there. Ouch. Yeah, try and get it now. Ah, let's finish this bowl. Mr. Felix is demanding my attention. Okay, here we go. We just got this row of sand left. I can't remember. I also have Luigi's Mansion that I want to play. I finally got a Luigi's Mansion game. I got the third one that's on the Switch. And the thing is, I have a bad habit of like starting games, but then I don't finish them. Literally because I don't want the experience of playing the game to end. It's like I don't want... I'll do that with shows too, where I won't watch the final episode because something in my brain just like, I don't want it to come to an end. So like with Luigi's Mansion, I played it a bunch, but then I stopped because I'm like, if I keep playing it, the game will be over. It's this weird thing in my brain. It's the same thing with like, I'm realizing like food, where like, sometimes I won't eat just because it's like, if I eat the food will disappear and then I won't have it anymore. And then I just gotta yell at myself to just like eat the damn crackers. But I'll do that with like games, books, stuff where it's like, if I don't finish it, then it will never end, and it will always be forever in limbo as something that I can come back to later. As something in progress that will always be in progress, and I don't have to feel the emptiness of it not being there anymore. And it's like, just finish the damn game. You'll have more fun playing it than sitting there staring at it, not being afraid of it ending. You'll have more fun doing it. You know, the crackers will taste better if you actually eat them, instead of waiting for them to go bad out of fear of wasting them. I think there's a lesson to be learned there. Oh, where do I need to stand? I think right here. Oh no, we got a little divot over here too. Maybe if I put it in the middle, it'll fill that. Then it'll spill out on both sides. I can see it right here. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Fill in the gap. This is the worst. There we go. Well, I kind of... Maybe... if I do something like that.
It's okay, Felix. It's okay. I'll be done in a bit. I'll be done in a bit. I can throw your toy around for you.
I'm shrimping. I gotta stop shrimping. It's bad for my back. And there he goes. I can't get more sand because I just used all my sand to make glass. Is that the tower Shep was trying to finish today? Cool. Let's dig this out. Move the pile just slowly like an iceberg underneath the pool. Wow, this is the final push. This is the final push to finish this. And then we will have a pool. Now I've got a cat under my feet. What else can I yap about as I finish this last piece? Dang it, I missed. I'm definitely excited for the move. Like I said, for the past few weeks, I've been, kind of in the mode of saying goodbye to the state. As this is my home. I've visited out west plenty of times, but I've never lived anywhere else but here. And it'll be interesting just being in a different environment, because especially making the jump from, cold, wet, rainy, with forests stretching for miles, switching to desert with... I know Colorado isn't in an area where there's no seasons, but they definitely have different seasons. They still have winter, they still have snow, but it's not the snow that we have gotten for the past 3 years. God, this winter was like one of the worst ones in a lot of people's memories. Felix, what are you doing? He's crawling over top of my monitor. What are you doing? Are you looking for bugs? That's another thing I'm curious about is... Oh no, please don't come... Okay, good. Well... Actually, doing that down there seemed to have leveled it off quite a bit down here. But we've still got this bit in the middle, but maybe if we just put the sand there? And just do one of those? No, that didn't do anything. If I put it on the side. I've been having twitches in my neck all day. It's been very annoying. That's what I was working on. I was working on this earlier, but then I had to stop because my iPad died and because the twitches in my neck were getting really bad. But I'm almost done with another animatic. It's been sitting in my pile for the past 2 months because I actually started it while I was still at work because I was working on it in the break room. And then, my job ended at the beginning of May, but then Hermit-a-Day May started. And this animatic that's been 90% complete has just been sitting on the back burner, slow cooking, for the past month. Just because I've been busy doing other stuff. So I've only got like 10 frames left, and then it'll be complete. But then my iPad was having issues where it wasn't charging correctly. And then, like I said, I was busy with Hermit-a-Day May, and then I've been recording my Being the Brave episodes to get those finished, and then I've actually been packing and, getting all the paperwork ready for the move. This is doing nothing. I think we might just have a divot here because of how the water is. Hey! I'm surprised you actually got me. Well. I might have to fiddle around with this later. But yeah, that's your tease for the end of the stream, is that there is... if you've made it to the end of the stream, congratulations, you now get to hear the teaser that there will be an animatic coming out in the next few days. It features Joel, the way I draw him, Pixie Joel, because I think his voice and his mannerisms coming out of a tiny fairy is really funny. So we've got Joel, Tango, Etho, Ren, Cleo, Doc. We've got a cast of Joel, Ren, Joel, Joel, Tango, Etho, Ren, Cleo, Doc. We got a cast of 6 characters, which is also why this one's been taking a bit longer. There we go. I have kind of been designing Joel on the fly. I didn't really make a reference sheet for him, but it was one of those things where, like, the first time I drew him, the first frame that he showed up, I drew him perfectly, and then every frame after that, something's been wrong, so his face looks different in every like shot, no matter how hard I try. But it's like I got it right once, and then I was trying to recreate that and just missing. So I think I might have to make like an actual proportion chart for him, like I did for Mumbo, where like I trying to get me. I might need to make an actual proportion chart for him, the way I made for Mumbo, where I actually measured out the details of his face, and it was like his eyes, like on Mumbo, like his eyes, the corners of his eyes line up with the corner of the mustache. The corner of the mustache line up with like the corner of the lapels, and that was just a way to like making little lines like that was just an easier way for me to like keep track of where things were as he turned, so that features wouldn't shift and move as much. And I think that's the problem I'm having with drawing Joel, is that like as he turns, the features of his face are like shifting, so like his eyes will get higher, his nose will be lower, or like his ears will be higher up, or his hair will be taller. So I think I just need to make, not so much like even like a drawing guide, because I know what his features look like, but just like a measuring guide of like where things actually are in his face. Be like, okay, from there to there, from there to there, and then nose to the eyebrows, eyebrows to the chin, how big these are and how they line up with like the pieces of a shirt, stuff like that, just to make sure that, you know, as he moves around and gets in fights with people, the features of his face stay in the same spot. So I'm actually in the mood to go work on that now. I know I sound tired, but I'm in the mood to go draw. There we go, and I know we got a little bit of a ripple going on there, but I don't think I can help that. Let's see if I can fill this up, just because that's annoying. There we go. There we go, and then you just hop up here. And just like that, we finally have our swimming pool done. And I'm gonna put some torches out here, just to make sure nothing spawns. So we can go like that. Can I put a torch on top of a torch? No. It'd be cool if I could make like tiki torches. Put one right there. We'll go for like some right there. Oh, it's longer on that side than on this side. Oh well, that's just because of the shape of the house. Oh well. Anyways, and I'm gonna run out here, and can I put a torch here? Ooh! Ouch! Oh, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. There's a creeper, he's gonna take out my hard work. Oh no! No! Please help! What is that? Oh, they're my neighbor, and I never knew that was there. Oh, there's probably even more mobs around here. Oh well, but this is safe for now. I'm gonna stop right here. Just because I don't want anything getting near me or my freshly finished swimming pool. Gotta log out. And there we go. Oh my goodness. This was certainly a late one. But that was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun. is awesome. And on my full screen, I am missing a chat. There it is. Uh-oh. It is cut off. Oh no. Bloop. There we go. Oh, I gotta crack my back. Everybody in the audience, if you're still watching, you should do the same. Give your back a crack. Give your limbs a shake out. You've been sitting here doing something for quite some time. Gotta get the blood back in your limbs. There we go. Alright, well, I wanted to thank you all for joining me. Thank you all for coming out tonight and watching me attempt to finish a singular project on the Watercraft server. And remember, if you are enjoying the videos, the episodes, or anything else that gets put up in this channel, make sure you leave a like, leave a comment, and make sure to subscribe so that you don't miss a moment of my cute face. This is Being the Brave, saying have a good night and a pleasant tomorrow. Goodbye!